Benvenuti in Italia. Welcome to Italy. I'm in the Brunico region in the northern Italian Alps, and I'm here for an exclusive ride. This is the Lamborghini Christmas Drive, and it is a chance to test drive every Lamborghini in the lineup. Only 13 journalists from around the world are here. I'm the only Canadian. And let me tell you, there is no better place to test drive these raging bulls than in the mountains of Italy. So we're inside the Huracan EVO. This has been redone, and you look inside, it's very high tech, but really, when you start the engine, this is what you can't resist. Oh. It's music to my ears. I love the fact they have it under this little red button. Here's the gear shifter as well. You can reverse by pulling up, park, manual. There's no automatic. It automatically goes into automatic. And then you have the steering wheel with beautiful Alcantara. You have 3 different driving modes: strada, which means street in Italian, sport, or corsa. Corsa is, for the racetrack. It's not designed for here. We're going to keep it in strada and take it for a little ride in the mountains. So let's give it a go. So this is a typical, like a Canadian winter here. And you might think, what on earth are you doing driving a Huracan in the snow? Well, believe it or not, it's all-wheel drive. And it actually has really good traction and control on the snow. And in these twisty, winding roads, it really handles beautifully. It is big for these streets, but you know what? You're driving a Lamborghini and people kind of stop and stare and look at you. I've had the chance to drive this vehicle in Bahrain when they did the international media launch a couple of months ago. And let me tell you, on the racetrack, it is unbelievable. It's steady in the corners, it's fast, it has a 7-speed automatic transmission, a 5.2-liter V10 engine, which is naturally aspirated. There's no turbocharging here whatsoever. You're still looking at about a $320,000 Canadian price tag. But once you get behind the wheel, oh man, it's worth it. So Giacomo, this is no ordinary Lamborghini. This is your most powerful Lamborghini ever built, the Aventador SVJ.
Yeah, this our Aventador SVJ is our beast. It's an amazing car, very, very fast. It's a very strong car. And we study a lot the aerodynamic part of the car. You can see that here we have the ala system. So there are 2 flaps that open and close for generate downforce, or for less downforce. In base, you need to go very fast and you need to go at maximum speed. The flaps are open. When you start to brake, the flap change and come back closer for give you the maximum downforce.
SV stands for super veloce, which means super fast in Italian, and the J is actually Jota in Spanish. And all the Lamborghini names come from famous Spanish racing bulls. So that's where it comes from, and that H actually refers back to the Miura days, the racing days, and it signifies the most powerful Lamborghinis that are ever built. And this really is one powerful beast. It has a 6.5-liter V12 engine, 770 horsepower. It can go 0 to 100 in about 2.8 seconds. It's really remarkable. And I have to tell you, on the snow here, it's doing much better than I ever imagined. And it does, of course, have all-wheel drive, something that Canadians definitely want. It is expensive. You're looking at a price tag of around $640,000 Canadian. Oh, but again, when you get behind the wheel and you see all the power that's at your fingertips, and of course the bragging rights, because only 800 of these are being built. Unfortunately, they're all sold out. So if you want one, you're out of luck. Now, this is your newest vehicle on the market, the Urus. And this is really, your first twin-turbo V8.
Yeah, it's the first turbo for us. It's a first SUV, so it's a super SUV. We cannot compare with other SUV okay, we cannot compare with the super sport car, but it's very, very close. So it's impressive, especially the brake, because are the most bigger carbon ceramic brake in the world, and even so the power 640 horsepower, and the acceleration even we are close with 3 seconds from 0 to 100. So it's a very, very, very special car. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I always, when I drive this car, I have to remember that I'm in the SUV, especially when I'm in the mountain, because it's very easy to drive and the feel is like a super sport car. But okay, you have to remember that you are in SUV.
So this is the Urus. It's an important vehicle for Lamborghini. It's their SUV. A little bit late to the party, but they are making up for lost time. And as you can see inside, it looks like a Lamborghini supercar. In the front here, we have the same sort of setup with a push button start stop under the red flap. Sounds like a true Lamborghini. But this one, you actually have more different driving modes, 6 of them, including Sabbia, which is sand, and also Neve, which is snow, which is perfect for this area. So I'm going to put it into snow. And you can even choose Ego. And the Ego mode will actually let you change and customize what you'd like to feel in terms of the steering response and the suspension. So it's pretty cool. I'm going to leave it in Neve, and we'll go for a spin. Now, Lamborghini says they will actually double their sales because of this SUV alone. That is why it is so important for luxury manufacturers, super luxury manufacturers, to have an SUV in the portfolio. Not only do they think they'll double their sales this year, they anticipate over 8,000 vehicles sold around the world for 2019 across their lineup. And the Urus is also attracting new buyers to the brand. Women who want SUVs and want the power. Typically, when it comes to the Aventador and the Huracan, only 2 to 3% of the buyers are women. But now they're seeing closer to 20% of buyers that are coming in buying these vehicles. And it makes sense. There's lots of space inside. There's seating for 5 people and a lot of room to carry hockey bags and grocery bags. Lamborghini's invested a lot of money into this vehicle. Their factory is brand new in Santa Agata, and it's just for producing this vehicle. They use high-tech features, robotics, digitization on that process, along with a lot of humans. They have about 700 employees on that shop floor, and it is incredible. You could eat off of that shop floor. And they use so much technology that, for example, if they know that there's a problem on the manufacturing floor, they can see it even before the car reaches it. So they can fix problems quickly, more efficiently. And the factory itself is also very green. They've cut down a lot of CO2 emissions as well to make it more environmentally friendly. Something that you might not typically think of when you think of Lamborghini, but they are investing a lot of time, resources, and money into building a more fuel efficient and more environmentally friendly byproduct of when they're building these vehicles. This Urus starts around $230,000 Canadian. You might think it's a little bit expensive, but when you get behind the wheel, you can understand the price tag. For me, I still prefer that SVJ Aventador.